Hey, what's up, all you action figure lovers out there? Master Marvel's back at it once again, bringing you guys another edition of Toy Talk. So before I get into this video, let me make this clear that this video is for adults only. It's not for kids. So, one of the things I did in my last videos was went through not all of my Marvel Legends, but just, different Marvel Legends that I have that have previously been on the shelf or never really made it to the shelf because they're variants or whatever. So I promised that next time I was going to do my X-Men, so that's what we're going to talk about today. We're just going to go through this tote of X-Men toys that I have here, X-Men Marvel Legends that are either, previously been on the shelf, never made it to the shelf, or just fodder. So let's go ahead and take a look. I guess I'll just start off with my number one favorite Marvel Legend of all time, which... and it's not because it's the greatest figure ever made, it's just personally my favorite character, and this wasn't a bad representation of it. In fact, all the ones that were made after this still really never held a shadow until I guess the most recent one. We'll check it out. So we got the Toy Biz Magneto here. And yeah, like I said, this was like my holy grail when it came to Marvel Legends. It was the one I absolutely had to have. And it was several years after this dude was out of production when I finally got him. I think, oh hell, I've probably had him now for at least a good 8 years maybe. Yeah, maybe not even that long, I don't know. It's been a while though now. So, I really love it. We got the removable helmet. This has got a pretty good likeness of Eric under there. Looks pretty good. The one thing I didn't love about this was that they reused an Iron Man body for it. So, I don't know. He just got like really clunky shoulders. If it wasn't for that, I think it'd be a lot better. So, I don't know. So yeah, that's the Toy Biz Magneto. Really cool cape and stuff on him. And then, this is another Toy Biz Magneto. This was with the X-Men Classics, I guess. This was the first actual official Magneto that I got from my Marvel Legends. Got it for Christmas one year from my mom. So, he's pretty awesome. Again, we have the removable helmet. Another decent likeness of Magneto under there. He's kind of small, but I mean, I guess it fit his stature a little bit better. Here's my custom Magneto that I did, the bearded version of him. It's not terrible, but it can definitely use a repaint. It's been through, in and out of bins. Got a lot of paint chipping going on it, but overall, it's pretty cool. I was going to actually get some clay and sculpt out that cape piece right there, but I never got around to it. But yeah, this was cool, I guess. I mean, oh, you're not gonna stand, are you? All right. And another Magneto, which was before the family 3-pack that we got. This was was this the Apocalypse Wave? Maybe. Yeah. So, and this is actually a really good Magneto. It just wasn't the one for everybody, I guess. But I still liked it. It's a really good Magneto. But yeah, so those are my Magnetos I have. So let's put them aside now. Yeah, still love this fucking Magneto. Alright, I guess I'll do this one real quick because this was a recent one that got booted off the shelf, and that's the old Toy Biz Professor X. I want to say this was it the Giant Man Build-A-Figure wave or the Sentinel wave? I can't really remember. But I remember there was a pretty, I think it was a big Build-A-Figure, but it's not bad. I still like this Xavier. So, got some rolling ability here on the chair. This chair is a reuse from the movie version, so it worked. Guess I can do this dude real quick. We have the Toy Biz Colossus here, which was also one of my grails from Marvel Legends. I think this was one of the greatest figures that they ever made. It still really holds up today. It looks really good still with the rest, but our new classic Colossus pretty much beat him out. And then we have this Colossus that came with the Warlock Build-A-Figure, I believe. Which is actually a cool one. I left the beard on this. It was hard for me to actually get rid of this Colossus in place for the new classic Colossus because, I mean, really, I really do like this. I don't know, it's just a really masculine look for Colossus. I'm sure somewhere in here, I know I've got another Colossus that it's really bootleg shit. It's something that I painted myself, but it's awful. We'll get to it. It's probably down the bottom here. And then this is one that I'm going to be, it's an Emma Frost on the Typhoid Mary body. I'm probably going to go ahead and paint this leg solid black. I think it'll look a lot better. But yeah, that, I mean, just imagine it. Cover that up. I mean, you can see that's going to make a pretty badass looking Emma Frost. So, yeah, she'll get some shelf time. I mean, I like this with the white brassiere and the black. I mean, it's kind of like a combo of her white look and then the recent version we got. Let's see, here's Miss Marvel. This was from a 2-pack, I think, with Cable. I think it was Cable. And while I'm talking about that, this would be the Cable that it came with. Which is really small. Kind of cool colors, though. I mean, it was my first Cable I had for my Marvel Legends. It was the only Cable I had until we got our... what was it? Was it the Juggernaut wave that the Cable? I think that's where we got our first new Cable. And then there was another one in a Deadpool wave. But yeah, so, yeah. This loose jointed fucker. Here we got Toy Biz Mystique. Nothing really to her. I got her loose, so I've got no accessories or anything with her. Domino. Maybe that Cable came with Domino. If that's the case, I don't remember. I'm sure we'll stumble across it, but someone else probably came with that Miss Marvel. Oh shit, who the hell was it? I mean, we got, was it Cannonball? Might have been Cannonball. Here's Domino. Glad we got a redo of her. Here's one of my custom Icemans that I did. This was the Toy Biz Iceman. I painted it and modified it. Literally, the yellow pieces that are on it are just rubber bands and twist ties added to the paint just to give it some more depth, I guess. So, I mean, it's cool, I guess. I mean, I know there was a time that Bobby kind of looked like that in the comics. Then we got Toy Biz Psylocke here, which she stayed on the shelf for quite a while. This isn't a bad figure. I mean, from Toy Biz's female figures, this was one of the better ones. Because they were having trouble, really struggling with making a good female body. Here's their Storm, classic, I guess, Storm, with some eel hands to give her the effect. I just kind of poured him into her cape there. Yeah. This wasn't a bad storm, but I'm ready to get that. I haven't gotten that retro carded one yet. I'll be getting that soon. Toy Biz Bishop. Still another really good one. Toy Biz definitely had some really greats in their collection back in the day, and this was definitely one of them. This Bishop is pretty badass. Just really bulky. Toy Biz Omega Red here. Some of these I got, like this, the Bishop and stuff, I bought these loose. So this guy did not come with his tentacles. I had to improvise for that. The Bishop didn't come with one of his guns. So, yeah, I mean, if I could find these cheap at places and get them loose, I buy them. So, here's a Toy Biz Cyclops, which is really a junky one right here. I never cared for this version of Cyclops. So, yeah, he's just really shitty. Let's see. Here we have Angel. This is a guy I got loose too, but I actually ordered him from eBay. This Brad Pitt looking motherfucker. So, I really would have preferred to get the blue and white, but this was, I guess, okay. Let's see, while I'm on the subject of Angel, this is a version that I made myself, using the Cyclops body, the new Archangel head, and then the wings from the X-Men First Class Angel. So, this is actually really cool. I mean, this is actually badass enough that I would prefer almost to have this on my main display. There's just something about it. I mean, we may have never actually even seen Angel like this, but I don't know, I like it. It works. Leads me to Gambit here. This is the Toy Biz Gambit. Still in pretty good shape. Yeah, this guy still needs to get some airtime, some shelf time. Just such a good Gambit. Our new one is really badass too, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, a lot of people were kind of hating on it, but because it didn't have like this kind of coat. But I mean, we stopped seeing that in Marvel Legends a long time ago, man. So for anybody to even actually expect Hasbro to have done it was just kind of out of line, really, because you should have known better. But yeah, this is a good Gambit. But I know they did. I remember them when they were doing the Gambit. They were talking about it. They had us vote on which head sculpt to use for it. I think they should have just went ahead and did both of them and added an extra head with the Gambit. That would have made it a lot better. But he's got his staff and he's got his throwing cards. Here we got X-23, the old school Toy Biz. It's not terrible, but you know, you know how they were with the female bodies. Here's some Hasbro Dark Days, the Guardian here. Glad we got an upgrade on this dude, because this was a hunk of shit. It's that sculpt that nobody fucking liked. Tried a retooling, I guess, of the Bullseye. Here we have a Toy Biz Sasquatch. Another really good figure. Pretty dope. And then, of course, our Beast, our Toy Biz Beast, finally got bumped off the shelf. Still a really good figure. This is definitely one of those grails. Yeah, and I try not to take any of these for granted, because I mean, I know there's a lot of collectors out there that still ain't even never come across some of these figures. So, yeah, I'm definitely not knocking any of these. I still think that these deserve some place on a shelf somewhere because they're just I don't know, man. Toy Biz Mr. Sinister. These things are like art. They're so beautiful, and I mean, they were really done well. Yeah, and they deserve their own shelf. So eventually, I'll try to come up with a space for that. Here we have our Jean Grey, which recently got replaced by the Jim Lee style, which I have the original Rocket Raccoon version of that, but I left it carded. So I mean, I've had it for a while too, but I'm glad they did that love triangle. So, but this is not a bad Jean. I still need that 2-pack, Toys R Us 2-pack with her and Scott, where she's in the red. That motherfucker's expensive anymore. Here's our X-Force Deathlock, which, I mean, I don't really care for that. This is just a variant for me. There's nothing spectacular about it. But I guess if I wanted to put together a cool little X-Force shelf, I could. So, here's old Juggle Nuts from our Colossus and Juggernaut 2-pack. It's a good one here. A little more classic looking than the previous Build-A-Figure. And then we got the unmasked beat up face, which, yeah, this is an awesome figure. But I just don't have any need for two Juggernauts being displayed right now, damn near the same. Well, here's her other lightning effect. There it is. We got this Storm that came from, I think this was the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure wave. The Mohawk version, which is a really good version of Storm. But I don't know, my X-Men shelf is mostly comprised of like classics, but this is still a really good Storm. I'd love to see it still on the shelf somewhere. Yeah, she's pretty ferocious looking. I mentioned this guy a little bit ago, this Cable. Like I said, this Cable here is actually a really good Cable. Kind of wish I didn't have to put him away, because it's, like I said, it's a good Cable. And it's like how he looked on the Deadpool game, so that's what I like. And the little teddy bear he has tucked in there, you see his little teddy bear there. It's actually Bane's from the DC Universe toy. I decided Cable needed to hold on to that. So, yeah. It's a cool Cable. I like it. But, you know, the classic version beat him out. Mainly only because it's the classic version of him. Otherwise, I really love that. Here we have Dazzler in her disco form. So, she's pretty awesome. She stood on the shelf for a while. And it wasn't long before they... What was it, that retro wave where we got a new one? Was it Dazzler? Or, yeah, it was Dazzler, not Boom Boom. Yeah, Dazzler. Here I've got the X-Force version of X-23 out of one of those Deadpool waves. Might have been Sasquatch. Can't remember. So, she's alright. Here's that old junky Cannonball that we had, but still, in a way, better than the new Cannonball we got, because this motherfucker at least has legs. But it is a really bad body, and they reused that Ghost Rider body. And, I mean, I don't know. It was cool. When I first got it, I was geeked. It's like, cool, Cannonball, man. I was wondering if they were going to do that figure, and they did, but, not really that great. And yeah, that gummy piece that's on the chest is starting to separate. You see that? It's all tearing and separating from, I guess, sun exposure maybe, or weather changing too dramatically. Ooh, here's a good one. Toy Biz Sabretooth. He had some weird fucking joints, man, but overall wasn't terrible. But honestly, I never did have it, but I wish I did have it. But the face-off version of Sabretooth and like first appearance Wolverine, I like that one better. I'd like to have that. And I think there was some Sabretooths, at least one or two Sabretooths in the X-Men Classic line that I'd like to get my hands on. So, but this one was cool. This is his pretty much classic version. What else can I pull out? Oh, here's Havoc. Which I had this guy. I got this guy again. And I ended up selling it because I never opened it. But mine broke, and I did the ticky-tack thing to get the arm in there. So this Havoc, it's okay, but I'm really glad that they did the that 2-pack with him and Polaris, and I really love that look for Havoc a lot more. So, but this one's not bad. I just wish, I don't know, something about it just didn't. It's almost too plain. All right. Here's our Cyclops from the retro card. Pretty cool. Love the visor effects. Yeah. Wish they made something like that would clip onto his visors. So you can use that for, like, I don't know, like maybe this Jim Lee style Cyclops from the Love Triangle 3-pack. It was so crazy that I finally, we got that Jim Lee style redo in the Warlock wave, and I was stoked. I got that early on when the wave was still relatively fresh, and when I got that, I never thought, I thought I would never even get that, and then never would have thought I'd see another one, and then boom, we get another fucking Jim Lee Cyclops. So I guess they like to spoil us. No big deal there. Oh damn, look at that leg all bent up in there. Holy shit. So this is the classic, I guess, retro card style Iceman, which to me, I don't know. I mean, it's okay, I guess. But I'm not in love with this figure. So, I mean, I left my Juggernaut Wave Cyclops or Iceman up on my shelf just because I think it looks better. So, this just looks like almost a translucent Silver Surfer. So, yeah, don't love it. I guess I can talk about some of these real quick while I'm on this Iceman. Oh my fucking god. They use that crappy fucking Vision mold to do this. And this is the from the X-Men First Class pack, which I got all these loose, and it's unfortunate that I wasn't able to get the Jean Grey from this set, so I'm gonna have to try to track her down loose somewhere to at least be able to fill out this whole wave of these dudes. That's a really shitty one there. The Cyclops, nope, this isn't the Cyclops, this is the Angel. So, mind you that the wings from this Angel are actually on my fodder version of Angel that I had down here. So, yeah, it's Angel. It's a really, really shitty, just such a basic face. Like, it could be anybody under that mask. But yeah, I don't know. Ugh. So, here's Hank here. Hank McCoy, aka the Beast. From that X-Men First Class pack. I was stoked that they did this pack, because I really, I mean, this was right around the time that the X-Men First Class movie came out when they did this. So it did have some relevance to it. But just from the cover art from the comic back in the day, I don't know, this was just a really suitable wave that they did. I was glad they did it. But like I said, don't have the gene, so it's not that great. I don't even have my bragging rights with it. But the Cyclops, however, from this set is still one of my favorite Cyclops. Because, you know, they use that Bucky cap mold on him. So he does hold up with all the newer Cyclopses. But, you know, just in his classic uniform. So, of all of the ones in the set, the Cyclops probably is my favorite one out of the first class wave. So, yeah. I mean, it was even good enough that I think I used this Cyclops for a little while in my main display. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, I mentioned this guy to you earlier too. This was an X3 movie Colossus that, since I had two of them. Because one of them came with a Build-A-Figure, like the Blob Build-A-Figure, and then we got like this 2-pack later on that was like him and Wolverine or something like that, or him and Beast, him and Cyclops. Something like that, but they were still real crappy figures. So I tried to make one look classic and did a paint job on him. Yeah, it's not the greatest, but you know, it's whatever. It was my only closest thing I had to a classic Juggernaut or Colossus until I finally got my Toy Biz version. Here's an old school Riders Wave from X-Men Classics. I believe that's what it was, and that's the Cyclops here on the motorcycle, which isn't bad. This wasn't a bad looking Cyclops. I swear they used the Jim Lee head sculpt for this figure because it's very, I swear it's a repaint of that. But the costume's kind of cool, I guess, but off the bike he looks funny as hell, man, because he's got the big ass ball jointed hips and he just looks silly. So for that, he never actually made it to my main display. A couple of times he was there, but I was eager to get a new Cyclops to replace it. And I did get another Cyclops. I had a Cyclops even back then, but this is what I had. This was with the Blob Build-A-Figure, I think, or Brood Queen. And they did redo this Cyclops later on. I never got that version. I'd really like to have it too, because this one just sucked balls. This was such a shitty fucking figure right here. No, I don't like it. But I did like the, what was it, the Astonishing X-Men. That's where this costume's from. So I would like to get that other figure again, or not again, but I'd just like to have it, because this is shit. Shit. Alright, what else do we got in here? I'm getting down to where it's like nothing but fucking Wolverines left in here. Holy crap. Here, this was a Juggernaut right here. That actually came in Spider-Man Classics or Spider-Man Origins set or wave. So yeah, it wasn't even in an X-Men wave. It was Spider-Man Classics or something like that, or Origins, I don't remember. But it wasn't a terrible Juggernaut. Kind of small, really small actually. I do have the helmeted head here, the helmet for it. Never really stayed on very good. But I actually kind of like that look of under the hood, the helmet. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know. But this one really matches up well, I think, with that that Hulk that we got out of the Hulk and Valkyrie 2-pack. But yeah, let's do some size comparisons here. Oh my God, Juggernaut versus Juggernaut. Really? Come on. Is this like Kid Juggernaut or what? Look at that bullshit. But one of the cool things I did do with this helmet that can be done is this helmet works really good. If you wanted to try to do a Colossal Knot paint custom or whatever, it actually fits this Colossus perfectly. The Toy Biz Colossus. So any of you out there want to do any customizations, maybe give that a try. Alright, this is one that I'm definitely hoping that gets redone really soon. Since they revealed the Age of Apocalypse set and we got Wild Child there. I would really like to see a new Age of Apocalypse Sabretooth. This is a Toy Biz one. And it's not a bad figure, but damn, this dude is small. Like, just him compared to his classic version of Sabretooth. You see how freaking tiny he is. And then just take, like, fuck it. Well, here's the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine from Toy Biz right here. Or Weapon X. I mean, he's not that much bigger than Wolverine. He should be a lot bigger. So, yeah, definitely need a new one of those. It looks like legit everything else in here is fucking Wolverine, so here we go. Weapon X Wolverine. With the head is from the actual Weapon X Wolverine. Not the Age of Apocalypse version, but, you know, where he's in the tank. So I might as well bust him out real quick. So, here's the tank. And here he is. And he's like, he's seen better days, man. All of his shit's kind of like falling off of him down here, all the tubes and everything. But it did come with an alternate head, and that's it. So, this was the Burt-headed version. So yeah. Couple Toy Bizes there. Neither one of them were that great. Here's an astonishing X-Men Unmasked Wolverine here from Toy Biz. I'd really like to see them redo this on the new Wolverine buck. It'd be a cool costume for them to do. So yeah. This I believe was the first Wolverine from Marvel Legends, like Series 2 or some shit. Or Series 3. Can't remember. But it was definitely early on. And this wasn't the greatest action figure in the world. But it was a cool one, I guess. A little big for Wolverine, but... yeah. You guys get it. So... still, it's like, to me, it's kind of one of those grails, you know what I mean? Like the first few series of Marvel Legends, it's just kind of like, you have to have them, I feel like, to really call yourself a badass fucking Marvel Legend collector. So here is the Wolverine from the Face Off. I got him loose, so that's why I don't have the Sabretooth that came with it. But this is the Toy Biz version. It's not terrible. It wasn't terrible at all. In fact, if this would have had a different head sculpt on it, without the whiskers, the shoulder pads were a little different, this would have probably been my definitive Tiger Stripe Wolverine for the Toy Biz days. Because it's not a bad... it's like the perfect stature for Wolverine. Here's Ultimate, I believe, Wolverine. Right here. Man, this is probably the shittiest Wolverine figure that we ever have gotten. Hands down. Shittiest one ever. This thing is fucking horrible. The face sculpt on it. Okay. It might not be the worst one, as a matter of fact, because there is that one that came with the Forge 2-pack, Wolverine Forge 2-pack, that had the worst head sculpt, I guess, on it. But as far as bodies go, and just fucking generic crap from Hasbro, this was it. And there was a variant of it that wasn't even worth getting. I've seen it a few times, where instead of black, it's like a bluish color. And, I mean... either way it goes, it's still a fucking turd with a different paint job. So I'm not spending my money on that. And then they decided to reuse that fucking sculpt, and they gave us our X-Men X3 movie version of Wolverine. And God, this thing is dog ugly and awful too. Ugh. Shit. I'm so glad that they decided to redo these Fox figures, man. Because we needed some better ones. And the Wolverines that we're about to be getting, they look spectacular, so I can't wait. Here we got an X-Force Wolverine. This was, you know, closer to the Return of Marvel Legends days. Which, it wasn't bad, but still, again, a little big for Wolverine. A little tall. So, I like the boots on it, though. They were pretty good. So, there's that. While we're on the subject of that, here's the new X-Force Wolverine that we just recently got. And I don't even remember what wave this was, honestly. Was it Wendigo, maybe? I don't know. It was pretty recent, though. We got the different claws, better claws, and it's the only time we've seen these claws, too. For Wolverine was on this one, and I don't understand why, because everybody loved it, and you would think Hasbro would have been like, okay, well, now every fucking Wolverine you get is going to have these claws. Congratulations. But no. Here's the newest first appearance Wolverine from the 80-year Hulk 2-pack, which is a really good Wolverine. I like it. Very streamlined looking. And then, oh hell, here's our Weapon X Wolverine, the newest version of it. I can't wait. I mean, I don't care how many of these they give us, man. I mean, different Wolverines they give us on this buck right here. I'll buy every damn one of them. It's just it's a really good buck. I can't wait to get the Age Apocalypse one. He looks pretty good. Then this came in our retro wave to kind of go along with that Silver Samurai. It's not bad. This is actually, I mean, honestly, this is probably one of the best articulated Wolverines that we've gotten so far for some reason. And it's not different really than many of them, but I don't know why, but this one just went to the limits with the articulation. I don't know. Yeah. Not bad. Alright, then we got our Old Man Logan here, which we'll be getting a new one of these real soon to go along with that new Old Man Hawkeye that we're going to be getting. And I don't know, man, like, that one's not a movie version of Old Man Logan. It's another comic book version, but it's nothing like this at all. I mean, it's just a more, I don't know, this one looks real comic-y, cartoonish looking, and that new one, just something about it looks like a cross between the comic and the movie with the baby Hulk and shit. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, this wasn't a bad Wolverine, but it's like one of the only Wolverines that we got where you can't really do a proper head swap. For some reason, the ball peg's different on this one than all the rest. It's weird. And then we got, this was the Love Triangle Wolverine right here with the bone claws. I really liked the bone claws. That was a really sweet addition for them to add to that. So, really dope. Really dope. And then the last Wolverine I have in here is maybe one of my favorites. And this with the cowboy hat. I really like this one. Really cool. So I don't have the Days of Future Past one with the Sentinel yet. That's one I didn't get. It was kind of pricey, and I just haven't pulled the trigger on that one yet. I'd really like to get it though. I mean, I might as well pull these off and show you. They are kind of shelved, but they don't really, not really properly. We got the Back in Black Deadpool here. It's okay, I guess. This I think was Sasquatch Build-A-Figure Wave. This is the X-Force Deadpool. And it's the unmasked one that came with the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure Waves Deadpool. So I don't know, I like that look for him here. He looks pretty cool like that. Come on, get back here. Then we got this one here, which was the Hit Monkey 2-pack, where he's in the white suit. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, this Deadpool really grew on me. I didn't want to like it, but yeah, like I said, it grew on me, man. Took a while, but I like it a lot. Then we have, I guess, X-Men in Training Deadpool here. From, was it the Sauron wave, I believe? This is actually a really cool Deadpool too. And probably my favorite, which I don't know why he's not in my main display, but this was the hardest one to get, was the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure Waves Deadpool right here. And he's like my definitive Deadpool. This thing is no joke. He's awesome. I love this a lot. And then last but not least, oh, I forgot. I can't forget about a little head pull that came with this dude here. Head pull in the car. Fucking cheesy ass piece of shit. But this dude, I've got him all reclined over here chilling and shit. But this is the boxers wearing Deadpool, who's just like kind of reclining on this chair. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. So those are my Deadpools. That's not all my Deadpools. I do have the carded, retro card version of the X-Force Deadpool, the newer one. But like I said, it's still carded. But the Deadpool that came before that was actually in the Deadpool line. It was bare, nothing but just his swords. That Deadpool is on my main display, and he's fully armed and loaded to the T. So, really cool Deadpool. But yeah, that will do it for all of my X-Men figures that I have that are not on the shelves right now because there's just nowhere to put them. They've been replaced by better figures, or like I said, they're just variants that really never made it to the shelf. So, hope you guys like this video. I do have maybe a couple more videos like this to do later down the road because I want to do my cinematic figures as well. And then we'll just see what happens from there. I might pull out some other doubles and stuff from different shit, maybe some DC Multiverse and stuff like that. But this is definitely going to wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And let me know what you guys comment on these, man. Let me know what you guys think. You know, good collection, or you think I need to worry about getting them, just whatever. Just talk to me, man. Comment. You know, let's talk about some shit up in here. Anyways, I'm MasterMarvel80. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.